I don't judge it, but I kind of like, I don't know. So you leave yourself open
You
for
do.
those type of attacks when you are doing things that is not like maternal, and you got kids in the background. That I think you leave yourself open for that. So if you are going to have a platform, you need to keep your family structure. Like if it's not healthy, like I see your daughter, or your grandkids, but you're not doing anything like when you like decide to have your all nighter, which is very far and few between.
Right, I
But
feel
like
you.
right, but you are like it's nighttime, everybody sleep, everybody put away. You understand what I mean? So like the middle of the day when kids are running back and forth and all this language and cigarette smoke and all
Right.
this stuff that's going on, it is a little concerning. But I mean, if you're there for the content, don't turn around and judge it, and you're there.
That's
Like
true.
I'm a little confused about that.
That's true.
You know
That
what I'm saying?
that
So
is
I
so
noticed
true.
there's a young lady who smokes her stuff,
Uh-huh.
and I noticed she smokes cigarettes, and she has her content. She can be funny at times, sometimes a little outrageous, but a little funny. And she's really naturally talented, but it's just going in the wrong direction. So when I see her kids in the background, I just be like, ooh, no, 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 no. But who am I to speak on that?
That you know what, we all go through that, and again, I'm never the one to tell you, oh, you're sinning, you're doing this wrong. That's between God and everybody. We
Exactly.
worry about what goes on in people's houses way too much. I mean, God, that part,
Yeah.
because
Did you see the
I
stuff
smoke
about the
cigarettes.
bathroom
Yeah,
and
I smoke
people's
cigarettes.
households and
Right,
what their
right,
backgrounds look like? And I'm just
right.
like, wow.
We got
Like,
to hold on one
I don't
second.
care what if somebody's in Section 8. I
Hold.
don't care if they have a bathroom that might not be as fancy as mine. Like, we all have been through something. I remember when I didn't even have a bathroom. So
And
who am I to take
whew,
my bathroom now and flaunt it in somebody's face and judge them? Because
thank you,
don't act like
Jesus.
you ain't never been through no hard times. First
Right.
of all, you African American, and if you grew up with a silver spoon, then God bless you. But I think it's like you still know enough, or if you are aware enough of the history, you would not get on the platform and dog another African American out about what their freaking bathroom looks like, what clothes they're wearing.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't get, like, how could we, or, oh, like how we can say, like, I've seen some really mean things about, like, some minor stuff that people have said against you. And I'm just like, really? You didn't get that message, but you looking at, like, that's why I'm so skeptical about going live because I just don't, which I don't care what people think, but it's just like, you're losing the message when you start.
Looking at how people look, sound, what they do, that
Yes,
and
why is that relevant?
they're visual.
The struggle is real for everybody.
They don't
So when
have
you want to
ears to
use that word
hear.
struggle, oh my God, that's
Hmm.
a good topic, sister. Struggle.
Talk about it. We got two people on the line. I switched my
When you talk
live
about the
over.
word struggle,
Hold on one second. We have
yes,
a
ma'am.
we have a sensor high on the phone for the three people watching. This is a live calling. We're talking about the greatest sideshow ever on YouTube. Some of the weirdest, strangest, creepiest, whatever things you may have witnessed it on your YouTube career or just hanging out on YouTube. We have a sensor high. We got one thumbs up so far. I switched the live stream over. I don't know if it was really recording on the other one, but
Oh,
we're
I'm
all
happy.
good.
not been.
We're over here, guys. Come over to this live stream right here. We got 3 people on now, so
Amen.
they can
Oh,
hear
and
us.
so be it.
Absolutely. So go ahead. You were saying you hear people say negative things about me. They
Yeah,
don't
I
want to
hear people
receive.
judging people's backgrounds, like their bathroom or
Yep.
their bedroom or what they're wearing.
Right.
And then they take it to the next level. They start talking about, wow, their children, what they think their perception is of how they're living. And then they start spewing accusations.
Right.
Like, how could we get to a point where, like, we have, when you think about historically, let's take this back 400 years.
Okay.
Let's go back a little bit, and we talk about the struggle, right? So, okay, we're uninvited guests. We are uninvited guests here in the United States of America.
I agree with you there.
So, along that process and that innovation into where we're at in 2019. The only thing that has changed is the face of it. Nothing has really changed when you talk about systemic systems of discrimination, platforms, and processes created. Even when we, sister, don't get me started when we start talking about the civil rights movement.
All right.
And how that was created.
Absolutely.
To demolish the black economic wealth, Black Wall Street, all these things, and to bring the Black American dollar into mainstream America. Like, everything was planned. The projects was planned. That's why all your toxic waste dumps are in these areas. That's why you have a low birth rate system in most asthmatics, poor health systems, lack of access to health care. All these things are in the areas where they have designed us to be. Then, when they're done with you, they start to gentrify the areas that they want to take back. That was originally, if you go back into history, Fulton Street and Harlem and where the Irish came in at like fucking Iris Island. Like, all of that was there from the beginning.
Island, absolutely.
That was all of this from the beginning. And then they want to now build a wall. Girl, they want to build a wall for the Latinos that turn around and turn against mainstream America. They copped out on the fight, the Latino Americans, and they said, well, we want to be marked as Caucasian. Right? And then, now they turned around and said, okay, well, we'll check that box. We'll put the other than Latino and all that crap. Then they put these demographics. Why do you think those demographics are put on everything that you do when it comes to housing, when it comes to employment, when it comes to the census? Like, I have not had a census in God knows how many decades. Like, they pick and choose. So, like, what? When you talk about struggle, like, the real struggle is amongst us. But then you want to get on YouTube and embarrass another African American brother or sister, Latino, whatever it is. I don't care what your race is. You could be Irish, Italian, whatever, Israeli, whatever your religion, preference, Jewish, Islamic, whatever, Diwali, it doesn't matter. The point is that this struggle is bigger than you taking your ignorance and getting on a freaking public platform and degrading another person about a struggle that looks like you.
Absolutely. Or came from you, or your mother went through, or your grandmother went through.
Or your great-grand.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And I don't understand why they don't understand this. But because, and I know that Google AdSense, I'm not really sure what this whole Google thing is about, and YouTube and the money and all that stuff. I'm not really sure, nor am I concerned. I would like to build a platform, but it's definitely not financially motivated. That is definitely for sure. But how could you?
Well, listen, let
What
me
could
let
be?
me let me say this. Let me say this today. Anybody on YouTube with a platform should want to get to 1000K and
Yes,
4000
I'm
watch
trying.
hours. That is the requirements of Google, YouTube. Anything you see any other content creator as such as myself with the PayPals, that's all people get too far
Yes, I seen that too.
circumstances and all this
And
other
I've been a
stuff.
victim of it as well
I
because
I
I
believe
don't
you.
I don't mind
Giving.
like if you like like if someone sets up that gives the word of God and can give some nourishment daily and some refreshment, that's where we should be spending our, if we're going to donate something. For me personally, I don't know about anyone else, but I think that is worth the value of sowing a seed. We made that
I
joke
agree
about
with
throwing
you.
a seed this morning, and I was like, I laughed about it because it was so true what you were saying, like 49.95 and all that. I got that, and it's so true. But so many times we've been duped into the compassion of our hearts and saying, okay, well, this person needs to get here, or they need this, or they need that, and then we contribute, and then turn around, they become this like, wait a minute.
All right. Being that you mentioned that, one of the weirdest things I seen on YouTube, this video is definitely, it's titled True Facts right now, but I have in the chat, it says the greatest sideshow ever on YouTube. We're going to retitle that. One of the weirdest things I seen was someone said they were homeless, knew they had an apartment already, but still duped the community to get like donations, and then really didn't say thank you behind it. Had
I
mad,
know exactly. Okay, yeah.
had mad
There's
Christmas.
an older gentleman brother who exposed that.
Yeah, had
And
mad
I have
Christmas
so
gifts
much
and
respect for him.
everything.
He is so, like, I just love him. I'm not going to say no names. But
Right,
I do know,
right.
I absolutely know exactly that story. And I went back and did a little research on that, and you're right.
Yeah, and you have people with real needs out here, and not even real needs, just real ministries, just real pure hearts, just real authentication, authentication, and they get overlooked. We get, people like
Like
this.
yourself.
Exactly.
When I met you, when I first came to your platform, you was working. You don't understand, like a week later, you
I
had some
lost my
issues at work.
job, and I lost my
And then you
job.
said, blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay. But then I was like, okay, well, I've been played enough, so let me see where this is going. But then you were really sincerely, like, giving, like,
My heart,
nourishment and nourishment in your
my heart
heart.
into
Like you
YouTube
give of yourself every
as
day.
if it
That
was
you're
my
a platform
job.
that deserves to be like the chat app should, what do they call it? A cash app.
The
A
cat.
cash app should be up.
Let one of the brains say it. No disrespect. It's the ash
Because I
cap.
don't know it. I think it's cash app and
It's
a chapa soup or
it's the
some
ash cap.
super chat. Yeah, I know it's something like that. I know you can click on it.
Soup.
But you're
Oh,
one of
it's
the
the
people that
super
has all three of them on every
chat.
platform. But then I know it's probably pride and maybe you don't think that but you do deserve it.
I
Over
appreciate.
any other platform that I've seen, you definitely like you're giving a service. And when I say a service, I mean the service of God. So they sow seeds into ministry. So why not sow seed into your ministry? Because you have a ministry.
Because I didn't go to seminary school. I call it cemetery
It doesn't
school.
matter. It
Because I
doesn't
don't
matter
walk
that
with
you
a
don't have to go to
collar.
seminary
Because I'm
school.
not
Let me tell you something.
married.
I have a family member who
Because I
my family is
filmed
out of
from this
Brooklyn,
old dusty
and we had
room.
3 churches in Brooklyn. I'm not even
Uh-huh.
going to drop because I have to be careful what I say. But we had 3 churches in Brooklyn. We had
Uh-huh.
2 down south. One that was taken from me from it was sold as my mother was like anyway, it was sold as an inheritance as a minor, and I didn't even have no say so in that for very little dollars down in Sumter, South Carolina. My grandmother owned just about all of Sumter, South Carolina, and two of them were churches. So I will say that I know for a fact that. So what? I have bishops, people who have went to school with doctorate degrees that are in my family. Like we have churches. I don't go to near one of them. I don't sow a seed in them, and I will tell you that any day that that's not what it's required. Like just because you went to theological classes,
right,
doesn't make you because those same people. Some of those bishops have molested me as a kid.
Right. Girl, we on the same page. That's
so. When I talk about church hurt, it goes real deep.
Right.
I will talk about, it makes a good topic to talk about one day.
Right.
But I can tell you about some serious church hurt that comes deep within from me, from a family of bishops and pastors and ministers. I come from that. So you don't have to feel like you have to have a certain certification. You have enough in your heart.
Why? Let me ask you a question. Well, let me first say this to you, Asensahai. When I was doing the morning read this morning, Super Chat, Super Chat, right?
Yes. I remember what
she's dear. I love her. She came into the morning read this morning and she said, "A little shade, all love," shouted you out. So after we got done with the morning read, I went over there and I watched that video. God, it's just bringing a little tear to me. Because she was like, y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. Her content is lengthy, but I love her content. And she's being overlooked.
You know what? It's because of you this morning. I keep saying today I have to go over there and check this person out. I don't know who she is. I've heard her name here and there, but I've yet to go to that channel. So I will go. You
will enjoy some of the content. She don't pick nobody's side. She just speak on the facts. And she's been shouting people out lately. And she shouted me out this morning or last night or sometime. And I watched it this morning. And I was really humbled by that because God has the right people noticing. And hey VS, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for the hearts.
That VS conscious?
Yes.
Oh, what a darling young lady.
VS.
I've been a couple of times.
We have.
I have been attached to her, and I don't even know her.
Hold on one second. Let me let her know.
People because of her.
Let me let her know.
She's a darling.
She's a sweetheart. That's one of the people. That's one of the people on YouTube I admit to liking personally. Now, everything else, I like her as an individual. There's nothing wrong with that. But when I say I like her as an individual, then other people will block me, not like me.
That's what happened to me. I wrote on her platform one day.
Thank you, VS.
All of a sudden, I got attacked.
Yes.
Like, I didn't understand because I just said that I thought that she was a very articulate,
absolutely,
very smart young woman.
Absolutely.
And I like what she had to say. Now, what she did previously, I don't know about that. I wasn't on YouTube. I'm not concerned. I'm not going back digging in the trenches. And
that's right. I like her as a person.
Up in nobody's vomit and everything that didn't screwed up.
Right.
But what I think she's a beautiful young woman. Yep. And I see she's hardworking. I think that, and I was so hurt. So I was talking about the struggle thing earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the young lady I was referring to.
All right, hold on one second.
So disrespectful. Like, you don't know what, like, who are you to judge anybody? And especially a young black woman that is trying to make her way. How dare you take advantage of judging your situation and thinking that it's better than hers? That don't make you a better person because your bathroom might look better.
That's
right. Are you serious? How ignorant can you be?
Absolutely. 1 second. We got 5 people.
I appreciate that young lady.
We got 5 people watching, 2 thumbs up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a sense of awe on YouTube. She's a content creator. Please go over and support her channel, subscribe, share, look at her latest videos. VS says she's at work quietly watching. We got 5 people on, guys. We're just talking about some of the weirdest things, strangest things, funny things, sad things, our experience on YouTube, keeping it 100% truthful, and a sense of how you got the floor. Go ahead, girl.
No, it's your turn.
No, go right ahead. No,
No,
I'm.
but I just want to say that, to the young content creators, especially my young brothers and sisters, like I said, I refuse to unsubscribe because I hear of all these beefs and all this stuff, and I choose not to go on anybody's platform and take a side, but I will compliment what I see in the person. And if just because I hear stuff on other platforms, I will not unsubscribe. I will not turn around and bash a person on the other platform, even though I'm human. I have my opinions, but I give credit where credit is due.
Hey, Ronnie Ron, how are you? Welcome to the live chat. Sorry about that. A sense of how
Okay.
we got people coming in. They like what we're saying. They're listening
Amen.
to us.
Yeah, so be it. Thank God.
Amen.
So my point is that I like a lot of these content creators, especially young ladies that I see on here, and I see them going back and forth with the beef and stuff. I'm not concerned about that. What I'm looking into is, like I said, because of who I am and what my experiences have been, I look at it a little bit deeper. And so, as a woman who was young and went through so many things with abuse and foster care and being out there so many years, and then turning my life around and establishing myself, I dare not look back at another person and try to judge them because, Jesus Christ, oh, okay, so the bathroom might look a little better, or I may have a little more disposable income, but that's not how it always was, because I remember, and you can take it what you want to take it for, but I remember sleeping in parks. I remember being on drugs. I remember that 13 years old being thrown out of a window, living in a project and having an abusive mother, and being a dark-skinned child, and what that looked like in a family that was, the firstborn from off the plantation, who was the first dark-skinned child. And, my experience when I'm looking at these videos of these young women and men, like, I will say to this young lady, VS, I have to say, she is a very bright young woman that has so much to offer.
I agree.
And I have to say to her, from my experience, and I'm old enough to be her mother, because I have a 30-year-old son. Am I more of an urban New Yorker? Yes, I am. And I'm a little into, I'm in denial about my age, but I don't represent myself that way. I'm a professional, and I try to conduct myself that way. But I'm from the streets of New York. So I can honestly say that this young woman, if could just focus on what she kind of had pulled herself from, but then all of a sudden the last week or so kind of pulled herself back into. Like if she could just pull herself out of that, she has a movement that will work.
Mm-hmm. She is a leader.
I totally think she has so much to offer because she has a sincere heart.
Absolutely.
But she gets caught up in the nonsense.
And it's a shame that you can't say on these YouTube streets, regardless, oh, I like this person.
None of their names on a platform.
Right.
I just refuse to do that.
No.
And I will not talk about her or anybody else against her.
Right.
Because I mean, like I said, I got blocked from so many people because people thought that, like, I like that young mother and daughter channel.
Of course.
I like them. I like
Yep,
them.
I
And
know who
like
you're
I said,
talking
I
about.
mean, people don't, when you know what real struggle is, you don't get on a platform and talk about some damn disrespect somebody or try to magnify what a struggle is. That's not what the meaning of struggle is.
But let me
So
just say
you guys
this.
are idiots
Let
that
me
are
just say
doing that.
this. I know I was struggling in my life when I got on YouTube December. Well, they say I signed up July 2017, but my first upload was December 12th, 2017. It was a struggle. You get on YouTube as a job to make money.
Yes,
Everybody is talented. One thing I'm talented with is the Word of God,
yes, ma'am.
is my spirituality.
But you know what? What I think that some people they lose sight of that because they get caught up in the drama and the hatred and if you are I can understand that as a single mother who is trying to make her way and she does the best that she can. I can understand how when you're not emotionally or don't have enough wisdom in life don't make you dumb or ignorant or less than. Don't get me wrong.
No, you're
But
right.
if you have had not had enough experiences, you don't know how to play that card. So I can understand why some people feed into what they feed into. I get that, but they're definitely well on their way. Um,
And a lot of people are
Right, what
jealous.
bothers me
A
is that
lot
they're
of
wasting
people,
time because they're going to realize it a little bit later and they have wasted time.
right. And a lot of people are very, very, very jealous and envious as to what other people have on YouTube, regardless of how they get it. There's a lot of jealousy and envy that goes along with this whole YouTube thing.
Yeah, well, because so what happens is, what I also notice is we limit ourselves to a certain segment or dynamic or demographic. So if you take yourself outside of that demographic, and I'm not saying subdue yourself to the white man system because this whole structure of YouTube is a system. Don't get it twisted. But what I'm saying is if you open yourself to a more broader audience, I think that when you talk about spirituality, when you talk about being able to empower, when you're talking about having a movement that helps others, you've got to expand it outside of the urbanness. You have to.
That's true.
You have to.
But
Not because you're selling out. I'm not saying that. If you bring knowledge and education and emotional maturity with it, you could stay true to who you are, but then open to the masses because you will understand that it's not about like when you're trying to do something for the humanity of all, it's not limited. So your mind will open up to the masses. But if you keep focusing on what is going on in these urban streets of darkness and nonsense and emotional immaturity, then you're going to keep drawing back. It's going to keep pulling you back. It's going to keep pulling you back. But if you keep this pushing further and open yourself up to something, open your mind to a greater perspective of what mankind looks like, then you won't get stuck. But you have to be clear of who you are.
absolutely. And one thing to just go on the heels of what you said, taking it outside of the black sector of YouTube is something that Black America has been doing. Like, look back in the 60s and the 70s with the movies like Dream Girls and things like that. They had to start going outside of the black race and market to the white race. Why? Because black people don't support black people the way we think we should or should be doing, right? It's called
Well,
crossing over to mainstream. Like, I don't see anything wrong with that. If you can't get people in your community to buy your book or to buy your CD, why not go out into other sectors and try to sell it?
well, it's not about because you can almost underline that with a little bit of sellout. So I get right. You're absolutely right, sister. My point is that you have to have a compassion of all humankind, because yeah, we already know what a lot of the Hollywood African Americans are already doing. We already know what. I don't want to say it, but a couple of like the major producers and actors and comedians who already crossed over
That's
have
a
kind of
sellout,
left
right?
that segment because there was just not enough support. And that's what happens. So when it comes to, because the system is designed to keep you interculturally divided, you have to open your mind up and your talent to other platforms. Otherwise, then the struggle, when they talk about struggle, that's a real struggle. Like the struggle is being able to break through. Like you have so many entertainers, musicians, and people who have stayed in the African American community that never made it to the Hall of Fame. They never made it to the Grammys. They never made it to. There's a reason for that. You have people like, let me use a person like Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, she's a great example.
She's a good example, right?
Yeah, she's
So
a great.
Lauryn Hill refused to sell out, and Erica Badu refused to sell out. So you have these people who stick to their guns about what they stand for, what they believe in, and who they're going to give their information and knowledge to. They stick to the Afrocentric culture, the history of the Egyptian, the origin of the original black man. They stick to that, but it doesn't feed to the masses. So is that wrong? Absolutely not. It's not.
No, it's being true to yourself. But was Whitney
Right.
Houston that way? Did they not pervert Whitney Houston's blackness and had her, be this white American princess and
Okay, let me tell you something. I love Whitney
everybody's
Houston.
I do as well. I do as well.
She sold out
But
a
can
little
I
bit too
finish?
early. She should have stuck around a little bit longer. She sold out a little bit too early. Like the late 80s, she was already over in the pop culture.
But what I want to say is Whitney wanted to smoke, drink, curse, be black, but she couldn't do that catering to the mainstream America. She had to put on a show. She had to become somebody that she really wasn't in front of the masses just to be who the world thought she was. That's
And right, and exactly, she was a pressure cooker.
That's
So
selling out to me.
that's exactly
Hey,
what she was.
prodigious
She was
mind,
a
how are
pressure
you?
cooker. So she
Welcome,
was like one of
welcome.
those people who, when the pot is like, you done withheld the true with you within for so long that when it burst.
Yeah, it really did burst in her case. She may still be with us today if she could have just stood up and said, you know what? I'm a drinker. I'm a smoker. Yes, my voice may hurt down the road, but I could sing. I don't have to pretend not to be this black person. You want me to be this white person, and look where it got me. She did
Look
more.
what got Michael Jackson.
They do more drugs. They do more masking. They do more hiding and hurting themselves than Michael just saying, I want to be that fat nosed black kid with the afro. Why can't I be this kid?
Exactly.
Why
Yeah,
can't I
that's
be who
exactly what
God
happened to
created
Michael.
me
And
to
look
be?
look where he's at now, where they're trying to still destroy the legacy of the black man.
And that's from a black woman trying to be white. That's Oprah. Oprah
Oh
have
God, we don't want to talk about Oprah.
Oprah
Because
have
Oprah a long time ago, and Oprah is like, I mean, we can take that on a whole nother spiritual level, sister.
Yeah, we talking about it, y'all. We talking about some of the greatest sideshow on YouTube and in this world. There's weird things, there's strange things, there's creepy things, there's sad things, there's I tried to do the title on the last video, but that one we had a little audio problem, so we switched over here. A sense of how we have 11 or 13 people watching, 8 thumbs up.
You know who I would like to speak to?
Who is
If she was willing to call in?
who is that?
The young lady, VS.
Oh Lord, she's at work listening. She probably get a lunch break around 8:30, 9 o'clock. You know
So
what?
that Eastern Standard Time, what time is
You're
that, honey?
you're you're
Um,
wait, you're going live after me, right? When we hang up this phone call, you're
at
going.
3 o'clock, yes.
All
But
right,
I'm gonna
so
talk. I'm only talking about my video messages. Why I don't speak on my messages, but I send these video images and subliminals. I send those for a reason, because I don't want to speak negative about anyone, and I don't want to seem judgmental, but I want to talk about what's obviously being seen from across the platform. And it still has an underlinement of judgment, but if you don't know where I'm coming from, then you can, if I don't spew some nastiness or hatred or judgment out of my mouth, it's left to be perceptive, right?
right
So
now.
I just want to share my sincerity of what those messages are.
Okay, so that's what you're going live about. Everybody, a sense of is going live at 6 p.m. East Coast time, right? Like in 15 minutes.
No, it's only 1:40 here in
Oh, it's only
California.
one for. Well, what? Okay, so when she
So
go
I'm at
live.
3 o'clock Central Standard.
Oh, so it'll
It's
be
six
6
o'clock your
o'clock.
time.
All right, it'll be 6 o'clock East Coast time. She is going live to talk about her messages and her videos. I have a little connection to VS. I do have her email. I could give you her email, or I could forward your number.
You can give her mine,
All right,
because I
I
know
can.
she's very selective, as I
Exactly.
noticed
I'll
on her
send her a
platform.
brief message and just say, hey, I had a guest on my show. She would like to talk to you. Forward your number to her. And hopefully she's listening still and, will be receptive to talk to you. You gave her nothing but
She may be.
compliments.
She may be.
Right.
But
Because
she
she,
seems like a really sincere sister.
absolutely, but
She's just
absolutely.
running across the wrong people across this platform, and I think that she would do well with some guidance from some older sisters.
All right, I'll let her know that, and if she reach back out to you, that would be a blessing, and I hope she does. But I will definitely let her know. I don't have one of those conference calling. I have it, but I haven't like used it, and I don't want to embarrass myself where everybody be on the line and yelling and screaming, and I don't know how to mute people.
Oh, I want to do that. I'm trying to do
So
that. Okay, so
I'm
I
doing
have
like,
it
yeah,
right
one
now,
at a time. I'm
but I'm
calling.
trying to figure it out. I have it on my phone. I have it on my iPad. But now I'm trying to. I don't think that it works on a Mac Pro.
I'm
And I
not
don't.
sure. I be trying to work these applications over here, like, oh my god. And that's what happened with our last video. The one I once we get off here, I'm gonna go get that video and probably have to put it on private because I believe some of the sound was messed up. So this
Okay.
one, people are hearing us because we're holding 13 strong. We got 10 thumbs up.
Really? We up to 13 already?
Well,
Oh,
it
peace and
say
blessings, brothers and
it
sisters.
say 15 on
Thank
my
you for your
laptop.
time. Oh my goodness, I feel so
Absolutely.
blessed.
Guys, if you guys want to donate, do you have a ash cap, a
Yeah,
cash
I do, but I'm
app?
not. I'm okay. I'm
You
okay. I'm not.
okay?
Give it to you. I'm okay.
Guys,
I'm
if
not.
you
That's
want
not
to
what I'm here for.
support
I'm
this
here because
channel,
I appreciate you. I'm not really interested in that. And don't get it twisted. I could use it, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm okay.
absolutely. Well, guys, I know you guys like good content. If this channel has blessed you, if you enjoying the commentary, a sense of awe in Religion Wing TV, you can go to my Cash App, my About page. There's the PayPal and the Cash App there. I would greatly appreciate it. I've been on these YouTube streets for a pretty long time. Just, putting my heart out there, just being authentic and being real to you people. And I know in the heat of everything, it's hard to like settle down and listen to God because you want to run to this platform, that platform, and everywhere else. But listen, we've been here. We've been doing a lot of work on this channel. We have a special guest, a sense of awe on the phone. Yes.
Yes, oh my
Guys,
God. So
go.
I see I'm on your live now chat.
All
And I
right.
see, I just
Yes.
want to say hi to Ronnie.
Yes,
Love,
Ronnie.
love,
Love.
and
Yes.
Prodigious Minds. And
Super
I just want to
chat.
say thank you for being here. And be as conscious. I see you're at work quietly watching. But if anybody has any questions, like I said, I know that Religion Wink TV is a valuable source, and she's something to be reckoned with. So if people want to gain knowledge in spirituality and just want to center themselves and find a place to regain and get some nourishment, Religion Wink TV is it. This is something I'm talking about from West Coast time, 4 a.m. in the morning to the time I run out the door. And I don't know what happens during the day, but I know by the time I come in the evening, there's another upload from her. And so she's giving us spiritual nourishment and guidance every day from her experiences. Nobody's here to judge anybody, number one. Number two, we have all been through what they want to call on the YouTube streets the struggle. Which it does not define what real struggle is.
All right.
We are sisters of a real struggle, and we know what struggle looks like. And it's not about the aesthetics and what looks like economically or what looks like on the clothes on your back. That's not what real struggle is. It's deeper than that. So if you want to get with some sisters who could really give you some encouragement, and we can chop it up about some real, what it looks like to evolve into a greater person spiritually, without all the what the world looks like, materialistically and things like that, and give you the core and the essence of what life and the universe has to offer, I suggest that you get with Religion Wink TV. And I'm here for it because I love this sister, and she's just amazing in every single way, and she's a part of my life. So I am honored to be on your channel today.
Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and talk about it. People with money. Just because they have money, why do it seem like you have to be attracted or follow people with money? The Bible says, put not your money to usury. Aren't there people, content creators, bosses, employers that's using their money to abuse people on a job, to exploit people, to manipulate people? So why is it we're drawn to pretty? Why are we drawn to smooth skin? Why are we drawn to good hair? Why do we think that's supposed to be leading us? Why don't we take examples from the Mother Teresas of the world, from the people of the Bible? Did they walk around and drive? Did they drive BMWs? Did they have big fancy houses? Did they have the finest clothes in the world? Why can't a person shop at a thrift store and teach you the word of God better than T.D. Jakes, who have all the money in the world? Why are we there, people? Let's talk about it, right?
Oh my God!
Why are people so visual? Why are people so visual?
About my husband, who is retired. He's 62 years old. I love him to death. We've been together 15 years.
Oh, hold on. We got a question from Prodigious Minds. What do you advise content creators to do when it comes to balancing between good and bad? I'll let you I'll let you answer that first.
Okay. Well, first of all, Prodigious Minds, I have to be fair to the generation that you may be in, because the mindset is very different. So I'm coming from a mindset of I am a 50-year-old woman who has been through quite a bit much on both sides of the coin. So I can speak from somebody from my experience, and then I can also speak to what my understanding and compassion is towards the younger generation. You may be older. I can speak to that because my husband is in the generation of the baby boomers. So I kind of got some perspectives across the platform. I will say that whatever that generation dynamic that you're in, whatever that demographic is, if you, it's easier said than done to stay true to yourself. It's quick to, we can always spew these quotes and mantras of just be true to yourself, be who you are, and all of these wonderful things. But when somebody comes for you on your platform or in your chat or just out of nowhere, they just start pulling your name, it's a little different because we feel our integrity and our ego has been attacked. So how do we handle that? It's going to come. Don't get it twisted. It is going to come. If you're on a public platform, you need to understand that people are going to come for you at some point or another. Right now, it's all flowers. I'm in the honeymoon phase because I'm a new YouTuber. All that's good and gravy, but I know it's going to come. I'm clear of that. Especially because of the information that I'm giving out. But I leave myself open that you can go and publicly look for that. So I'm not really concerned about that because I have nothing to hide. Accepting who you are as a person, being emotionally mature of where you stand, will help you have a solid ground on how you build your platform. Understanding that you are okay with the good and the bad, because you have to be okay with the bad. Otherwise, then this is not going to be a platform that you might not be emotionally ready for. That's why you see a lot of the stuff that you see. But to be able to get that balance, there is no balance. You can be able to say, if you want to go live and you want to speak forth words towards how you feel about things, there is a way to emotionally and psychologically and with some etiquette be able to say what you need to say with class and say what you need to say without being ratchet and negative and evil and spewing out back for revenge. How are you going to handle the bad when it comes for you? I don't think that you should pay a lot of attention to that. A lot of it is, none of it is personal because they don't know you. They only can speak on some of the stuff that you may give them. But if you're giving it, you got to be okay with it. So it shouldn't bother you. Don't give it if you're not okay with it. Number one. Number two, once you give it, understand that in your mind, you need to look at that you have regurgitated some stuff that is unhealthy, that has not served you any purpose, that you need to release, that you need to help somebody else with, that needs to allow you freedom. And it's like almost what you might be, you can compare it to vomit. And if somebody want to go and lap it up and play with it and slap it around and do whatever they want to do with it, so but don't let that worry you. That's how you find your balance.
All right, and just to add on to that, I'm going to come from the spiritual side of it. This is Religion Wink TV speaking. And the good and the bad to me is God and the devil. The works of the flesh versus the fruit of the
hold
spirit.
On a second. I'm sorry. I got to take a call.
All right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Prodigious Mind. We appreciate you. And basically, it came a point for me when it came with the good and the bad and balancing, because I am a Libra, so my scales. Ooh, I be trying to keep them balanced, right, y'all? But thank God for His grace. And it's just the fruit of the spirit. I look for the love, the patience, the meekness, the joy, the temperaments, the long suffering, the humility in people, the faith in people, versus the drunkenness, the envies, the rivalries, the wrath, the strife, the hatred. There's like 17 things that the Bible say are the works of the flesh, which would be bad to me. And I know we're all colleagues and things like that, but we have to begin to just make a personal decision and say, okay, listen, I know right from wrong. Let's just start, there. That's the good and bad and trying to balance it. How do we balance it? We get up every day. The Bible says our flesh and our spirit war. We all have a flesh, we all have a spirit, and it wars after each other, right? Your spirit want to get up and do good, and your flesh want to get up and do bad, be a part of the bad stuff that's going on. And it is an internal war. And at the end of the day, when you know who you are spiritually and what side of the good and the bad you want to be on, that's how you begin to get balance. And that's how the good begins to outweigh the bad, or the bad begins to outweigh the good. I always say love and hate can never be friends. And I think that is a true statement. Good and bad could never really coexist. We could be good people and make a bad choice. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it can ever have a balance there. One is going to always outweigh. You're going to be drawn to the negative, the drama, the roast more so than you will be to like spiritual channels, or you'll be drawn to spiritual channels and want a little bit of the negativity and the drama. It is no way to make them cancel each other out or balance themselves unless you seriously, seriously, seriously follow God's ways. And even then, we're not perfect and can be unbalanced and unhinged and come untogether at some point in time. Very good question. A sense of how. You still there? All right, so she had to take a personal phone call. We got 19 people holding strong, 12 thumbs up. Please like this video, y'all. We're trying to bring you some new content, different content. Originally, the last video prior to this, I wanted to get on here and joke a little bit, not be messy, but I did a video that I uploaded prior to the last video, the live stream for part 1 of this. And it was about the greatest sideshow ever on YouTube. What are some of the weird things you've seen? What are some of the crazy things? We all watch videos. It doesn't have to be just in the black sector. YouTube is a big sideshow right now. You got a lot of entertainment going on in this YouTube. So I dug up some sideshow, freak show pictures and put some of our favorite content creators in there as well. Not saying they all bad, all evil and do bad things, but we've seen some of us, even myself, do some weird things, strange things, crazy things, things that you wouldn't believe people would do on camera. How come we can't talk about it?
We should. I'm back.
All right, we got a Sense of High back on the phone. We are holding 22 people strong.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Valerie just came in. Valerie McDaniels, God bless you and thank you so much, girl. I love you. Thank you. We got 14 thumbs up, 23 people, 24 people. Come on, y'all.
Anybody got questions?
I'm asking them now to put their questions in now. Questions in the chat.
I'm here for anybody who have any questions.
Hold on. We got three. Oh, can I answer it? You already in another call.
Answer it.
No, I'm sorry. I have to do one call. I don't have the conference call, y'all. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Go to them, and I can come back in.
You sure? Okay, so
yeah, no worries, sister. No worries.
Hold on. The person with 3301 is your last phone number. Please call back in. A Sense of High says she will get off the phone so you can call in if you want to call back in. All right, A Sense of High, you sure? Or we could wait till they...
Absolutely, sister. Come on. You
Hold on.
Share this knowledge with everybody. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
All right, you stay on the line until they call back. It gave me the option to hang up with you and take their call. So when they call back, if they call back, I can go over and switch over to them. Valerie.
Who was it, I wonder? Should we ask in the chat?
Go ahead. Ask any question you want, guys. We have
Ask anything.
we have Prodigious
Anything.
Mind, we have Valerie, we have myself, we have Love Luck. VS is listening quietly at work. Anybody ask a question. Let us know. Share some of your weirdest things, strangest things. I mean, let me see. What's
Anybody?
anybody? Come on, you all. We are here. A sense of high.
Oh my God, you got 18 people in here.
Yes, I'm showing 21 on
Amen.
one device. I'm showing 22 on the
Oh,
other
let me
device.
refresh my page. Okay.
Do that and see what happens. So,
Yep,
guys,
I got 27 people in.
27.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know. I think maybe, I don't know, maybe time zone.
no, praise God. That's a blessing. So, guys, what we started off talking about is just some of the weird things we were seeing here on YouTube, some of the strange things, some of the crazy, ridiculous things that we've all been a part of. Some of
I
the.
got a question.
All right, yes, ma'am.
So, do you feel that it is mature that what is the people's perspective on if you are a supporter of one channel and they happen to see you on another channel, not necessarily bashing anybody, but just there in the chat? Why is that a problem?
I think it's the insecurity of the content creator or the moderator that has a problem with it. I've seen, truthfully, people have left my chat and went other places and got blocked, talked to rudely, said they didn't, they don't want them there because of whatever reason, XYZ. It's just mean spirited. I don't know why I cannot be your friend, a sense of how and say BVS friend because I do like her. I like her as a person, y'all. Nobody's gonna be able to change my mind about that.
Right.
That girl has done nothing to me on these YouTube streets. And I just like her swag, I like her style, I like her courageousness. There's reasons why I like her. Hell, I got a wicker chair in my damn house, okay? I told you,
I love Wicca.
me
I'm
and
about
this
to
girl,
buy
we
Wicca.
got a lot of stuff in
Okay,
common
anyway,
off
I feel like
YouTube.
old school. Because
But
I bought a condo and I'm moving at the end of this month. So this week I'm actually packing everything. And so I was on this app called Offer Up where you buy vintage furniture.
uh-huh.
Because I mean that's how people get their money because they don't go out and buy all this lavish stuff, but you can get
Hey
nice
Monique,
pieces,
welcome.
quality pieces, and it's already had been gently pre-owned. So this lady has this beautiful, beautiful wicker desk that I'm going to use for my studio, and it has it's a desk, and it has an end table that's made of real oak wood. And what's wrong with wicker?
Listen, I still got some fans on my wall. Call me old struggle lady if you want to. I don't care. Listen, people have a problem with you genuinely liking two people that don't get along with each other. It's not like I'm going over here to a sense of high talking about VS. It's not like I'm going to VS
No,
talking
we don't
about
do
you.
that.
Why is it, chat? Give us some help here. Put your comments down below in the chat box and let us know why you think people have a hard time being friends with somebody that maybe like their enemy or maybe don't like the person they like. Why is it such a childish playground atmosphere on YouTube where you can't like who you want to like without being shunned by people for no reason? Like, we're grown, we have a right to like whoever we want to like. And I always say your best friend could be your worst enemy, and your worst enemy could be your best friend, according to Bob Marley. If the cat
Now, the one
fit.
thing I will say is that don't be going over to other people's channels and then talking about one person and going to the other, because that is a little,
That
nasty, and it's petty, and it's immature.
right.
And I do understand that does happen, so maybe that's why they, automatically switch to that mindset, okay, they're over there. So I know what this other person did to me. It may be from experience that people have betrayed them previously. But everybody, you got to be careful with that because everybody is not in the same mindset. So we don't know. I don't before, let me tell you something. Before I subscribed to BS, I didn't even know who she was. And I got blocked on somebody else's being part of a TS cult or something, some kind of cult. And I didn't know who it was. So I went over to the channel, but she had 3 channels, so I wasn't really sure. Like, okay. So I said, okay, let me try the TS cult thing. And then there was a beef channel, and there was a regular channel. So I just said, okay, I didn't subscribe to all of them, but I kind of followed what I thought was, she seemed to be, they had the most videos on. That's how I judged it. Okay. So, but when I got over there, I was like, oh, this young
Hey
lady.
QI, welcome. Hold on one second. A sensor high. I see we holding like 27 or 29, 17 thumbs up. Please give us those thumbs up. Y'all, you got 2 great women on here discussing some of the issues, weird things, strange things, crazy things on YouTube. We have a question though. We have a comment from Valerie.
Oh, okay.
She said some seek to be a part of the popular group. All your friends, associates don't have to get along. That's absolutely true. Do you agree with that?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Depending on what the popular group means to you.
Well, everybody want to be with the group that, is trending, or the group that gets all the views.
Because there are a lot of trending groups on here. It depends on what your group looks like.
That's true.
I belong to a group. Most of my subscribers are hunters. So I'm from Putnam County, New York. And I am from a town and now I live in San Diego. But most of the people that I was the only, it was 3 of us in Putnam County, New York. 3 black African Americans, right? That was when I got lost and thought that I had arrived and forgot where I came from.
Right.
Let me just speak the truth, okay? And I wound up relapsing and smoking crack and shooting drugs all over again. So I'm going to tell the truth about that. But before I got there, I was in a community that it was all Italian and Irish for about 15 years. And I was like one of the only black people that owned a property in Putnam County. So that was a demise of me because I had no spiritual structure. I had no sense of, like, I thought that I had arrived, I was in recovery, and I thought that social acceptability meant that I had arrived. So let me just say that it depends on who that demographic is, what that social background looks for you. So if you're picking people who that you think that you identify the most with, then you're limiting yourself. Because I have friends all across the world.
QI says she agrees with that, not to cut you off.
Oh, great. Okay, so that's my point. My point is, don't limit yourself. Don't stick with that urban street stuff that's going on YouTube, and expand yourself to other cultures. And I would just say that if you open yourself to mankind, you'll be okay.
Okay, so now we have another. QI says hi to Valerie. Says hi to QI. QI says hi PM. Hey Valerie. Okay, Super Chat says, if we subscribers take sides and the 2 people battling make up, we are put in a bad situation, win or lose, and that's absolutely true. That's why I won't take no sides, because at the end of the day, they may make up and you left looking stupid. They may gang up on you at the end of the day.
You can prevent that. Super Chat. Listen, here's where I get it. Because sometimes I do agree with some subscribers, but I won't say it. I just comment them on what I respect them or appreciate them for. But never, ever talk about another person on YouTube in somebody else's chat. It's immature. And it's not right, because we all in this together. So the whole point is, you don't know anybody really, truly. You could think you see enough across camera, but do you? Do you see enough of a person that you think you truly know that person to make a comment? So whatever caused you to join that channel, whatever it is about that person that you like, stick with that. Don't join sides. Even if you think that whatever they're saying about the other person is funny, sometimes I might put some laughter facings, but I will never say anything negative about the other person. And that is because I might be subscribed to the other person, number one. And number two, I ain't trying to jump on a bandwagon about somebody I don't know. It's not right. We behind cameras. We don't know each other. Is it fair that I have not had any living experiences with you personally for me to make a comment based on it's all objective. It's about what other people think, what's going on against the camera, what this one said over here, what that one said over there. But none of it is subjective. It's not your own personal experience. So you have no right to say anything negative about that person because you have not personally experienced it. And you know what? Even if you did, even God forgets.
Absolutely.
So why would you disrespect another brother or sister across a platform? Who are you to judge? Are we any special than anybody else that we would feel that, okay, I can't say nothing about nobody's platform because I've been through like the worst. So I'm not going to get on there. I just only speak about the mindset, but no one personally.
All right, here, Valerie responded to that. She said, don't take sides, and if you don't have beef with a person, don't speak on them. Here's my point. Absolutely, Valerie. I am a struggle content creator. Everybody know I lost my job January 14th, 2019, right? And there's two challenges going on this week. There's the John Gacy challenge, and there's the hold who you can light these streets up challenge, okay? But you have to be on Sean Bradley, I'm not being disrespectful, his team or his side to enter his challenge. My point of me saying this is I could be out in these YouTube streets acting a damn fool right now, talking about everybody, dragging everybody to try to win that $400 because one challenge is $300, one challenge is $100. But what am I doing? So it just goes to show you the heart of a man and what drives people in this world. That's why I said no disrespect to nobody, not only in Hollywood, but even on YouTube, people are selling their souls out and doing things for $1 that you only think happen in Hollywood behind closed doors when they have those big Illuminati parties and everything has to be hush hush. Let's see. Monique Allen says, wait. QI says, it is okay to give guidance. We are supposed to. And then Valerie says, because they may feel like they have to do this to be accepted by a particular crowd. That goes back to the acceptance thing that we were talking about. And rejection. When I first got on the last live prior to this, I had said that it's weird to me to see all the Mona Simone ex Tasami, Ming. I'm calling names. You don't have to call names. I'm calling names respectfully. And to see them on 7 Stars channel going in on Mona Simone, why when you reject it or not accept it by a person for whatever reason, the first thing you do is go find the enemy of that person? That's kind of weird to me in these YouTube streets. That's kind of strange.
Okay, so let me speak to that without saying no names. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I am guilty of that.
Okay, like
I'm guilty.
Wait. Can I just say that?
I'm trying to find out what the whole story is.
Can I just say one thing?
Go back and
Hold, Sensahai, 1 second.
I can't keep up. It's too much.
Sensahai, 1 second. That's why we're having this conversation, guys, because the littlest things can be weird or strange, and we're just talking about why people do things, and why are we where we are as content creators. The title is called True Facts, but I'm going to change that. It's about, what's weird to you, what's strange to you, what kind of behavior do you see on these YouTube streets that can be like a sideshow, that can be kind of creepy. Like, what's going on? Why do we behave like this? So we're holding, it looks like 24, 25 people, 20 thumbs up. Before you get started, let me read QI. Why do they not learn to handle things behind the scenes? I agree. Then we got prodigious minds, but this happens in real life. That's where I've learned most of my experiences from prodigious mind. And not to speak for a sense of high, but she learned a lot of her experiences with that off of YouTube as well, I believe. Valerie, we have to be honest. Absolutely. I'm going to read a few more comments and then I'll get back to you. Monique Allen says, because they think they are at real war, shaking my head. This is far from it. Straight elementary. And then QI says, professional people handle indifferences behind the scenes. And Prodigious Mind says, true. And then Super Chat says, she reached out to them. They just wanted to clear their name because Mona is on a PR chat tour trying to make them look bad. Okay, I saw a couple videos to that as well earlier. I can agree with that to an extent. Then the last comment we're going to read is QI, and you can have the floor since Monique, they are making us be at war with each other, especially black women. And Valerie says, so true, QI. So now the floor is yours. We got a perfect live stream. 23 people and 23 thumbs up, yo. Oh, my God. We may win the challenges after all, no? We are holding these YouTube streets, girl. This content is lit. All right, come on. It's your turn to censor, huh?
Wait a minute.
I see you putting prayer hands.
Sorry, I can't play the food.
That's all right. Go right ahead, girl. Enjoy you.
No, I'm sorry. No disrespect, because I want to hear from your chat, and they have some really valid points.
Well, absolutely. They've been ride or die from day one. They understand what's going on in these YouTube streets. But most of all, we're talking with women right now. These are women who have lived that life.
Critical thinking.
Okay, QI. This conversation is between you and a sense of high. Listen real good. Put your comments in there. When she's done talking, I'll go back and read all your comments, all right? You got the floor.
Hi, sweetheart. I don't know if you're a male or female, but I'm just saying, sweetheart.
Oh, she's female. She's female.
She just kind of thinks that you're a sister.
She is. She's a female.
Me and you have been, misidentified as you on many occasions, and not that you have spewed anything negative or that you have said anything wrong, or if you've done anything wrong where I feel I needed to defend my critical thinking extension on my tag name. But I just wanted to say that I noticed that you seem to be positive across many platforms. I've seen you across many of the platforms that I have been across, and I think that's how we got mixed up. But I do notice that there are a few people who mix us up. And it's interesting that you make that comment here where you say that it should be about right or wrong. And then you mention, hold on, let me get this right. I just want to get this right. Professional people handle indifferences behind the scenes. Right. So, the problem with that is that there is so much fear. Because when you come into these platforms, you're kind of like, when it happens so quickly that you kind of get caught up in this vortex of chaos. And you don't even realize that you're in it. But next thing you know, you're running from screen to screen, and you're like trying to figure out, wait, who's this one talking about? Well, wait a minute, what happened here? And then, even if you're sitting in the bushes, as they say, you see, this is like, okay, this story goes on way beyond where you came in at. So, for me, because I had that extension critical thinker, I got mixed up with you. And I was like, wait, why do you keep mixing me up with this? Like, wait a minute, I'm not sure. I wasn't over here, and I don't know this person. But why should I have to defend myself? Whether you're over there, over here, if it's me or if it's you, I have never seen anything negative from your point or your perspective. that I could honestly say. And I have seen you. I kind of ran across you on different platforms, but I just don't say anything. But I see you. And it's not about our name extensions. It's more so about who we're dealing with. And people tend to not want to deal with things behind the scenes because of how vicious this has gotten. So I've seen that people have actually gotten people's personal information, addresses, pictures of their home, names of their family members, their jobs, like all of this stuff. So at what point, and this is my question now, at what point do you feel like you want to be okay to talk to somebody behind the scenes when somebody has came and attacked you across a platform? You see that people are coming to attack your livelihood, and depending on how you conduct yourself on a platform, like some of us have, like we can afford to put ourselves in positions where we allow some nonsense to come into our professional lives. So how do you deal with that? I think that the only way to deal with that is to keep yourself neutral. And it doesn't matter if trying to be neutral says this person thinks that you're on this team or if you're on that team. That doesn't matter, because then if you feed back into that, then you're just feeding into the emotional maturity of and getting yourself caught up in the vortex of the nonsense. But if you're secure on who you are and you know what you have to protect, you can't allow people to get you so emotionally caught up where you feel like you got to get offline and deal with somebody that attacked you online to prove your point when you don't even know them, and then they put your whole livelihood, it becomes vulnerable. So this is the seriousness of this, because people don't understand that YouTube is like, this is your fingerprint. This is your legacy. This is something that will follow you. You can delete and you could try to omit things all you want. But once it's online, it's online. So you always have that digital fingerprint. That needs to be approached with so much caution, depending on what your life like is, and who you are as a person. You need to protect yourself. And if you're a professional person, you definitely don't want the nonsense of YouTube to get spewed over into your personal life. You can share your personal life, but with some discretion, and there's no one thing that you can put on that. But for whatever the reason is, and somebody come after you, dealing with that offline, you got to be real, real careful.
All right, so QI says, sometimes I agree you have to address things openly. And that's what VS said. VS says she will not speak behind the scenes, and I kind of understand why, but she says she'll speak to you openly on a live.
Oh, I would love to. Yes, absolutely.
All right, so I have put in the chat that you could show up maybe one day to her live. She does a lot of call-ins. Or I know you're going live 6 p.m. East Coast time, but you said your live is going to be something different. But if
no, it's West Coast time.
I meant West Coast time. My East Coast time, right? 6 p.m. you're going East Coast time, and 3 p.m. West Coast.
35 minutes.
Right. So it would be 6 p.m. East Coast time. The caller, Asensa, she will be going live. If we want, do you have a call-in number if you want, or do you want to like add a call-in onto the live you were already going to do so that you guys...
I don't know how you do that because I've never done one. I don't know if I should give out my... I have a couple of phone numbers, but I don't know if I want to give them to the public.
So listen,
that you can discreetly do this YouTube thing.
Yeah, no, listen. VS is at work today. That I know. So the next time she go live, you say you subscribe to her. hit her
Yeah, I'm about to.
the next time she go live and have a call in, that's probably the best way for you to do it is just to go to her live and call in
Okay.
when she have a call in. That would be a good live to listen to. So Via,
I would love to. I
all
just would
right.
like to let her know that if she does it this week, I am moving this week, and so up until after probably like the 4th or 5th of April, I probably will not be able. I'll be limited with YouTube.
Yeah, it's no rush. It's nothing serious. You admire her and you want to talk to her. You have a lot in common with her to an extent, and it's okay. It's not a rush. Whenever you could do it, I'm sure she'd be willing to take your call.
Okay, so
But
thank you so much.
all right, VS, she said thank you for agreeing to do it live. She appreciates that. All right, so let's see what we have in the comments here. We have QI, but I try to address them in a teaching, learning type of way. So QI is kind of responding to some of the things that you were saying. Her last
Okay.
her last response was, "I was speaking to people that you speak with regularly behind the scenes, like the brains." Like the brain. Can I just
Okay.
say
Oh,
something?
good.
Wait, can
Right,
I
you're right.
can I wait, QI, can I just say something here?
Oh
God
no, I gotta start goose. Wait a minute.
God knows
I
there's
just got
only
goosebumps on that one. Hold on a
hold
second.
on, hold on. God knows there's only three people I talk to behind the scenes. And God knows I have not started no trouble, did none of that. I almost could have got a little messy, but I did not go forward with that. They ended up bringing their own tea out anyway. But as far as speaking to people behind the scenes, that does cause a lot of problems. And I can understand why people like VS and so many content creators don't want to speak to people behind the scenes because they've been burnt, hurt, lied on, manipulated. All kinds of stuff happens behind the scenes. So, guys, be careful with that one. All right, so who wants the floor next? Valerie said all of that is understandable. It absolutely is, Valerie. Definitely. So you got the floor. We got 25 thumbs up, 19 people holding strong. Thank you so
Amen.
much to the people that showed up today.
Wow.
Thank you. So QI says yes. A lot of creators a lot creates trust issues. It does,
Yes.
QI. It does. It really does. And you know what? It's sad because some of the people I sit here, I'm like, I know I'm a good friend. I know I'm an honest friend. I know I don't burn my friends. And some of the people I see make friends, it's like, dang, why did they choose that person? 2 days later, them two people are beefing, or them three people are beefing, or them five people now are beefing. I'm like, wow. So it's kind of good. Sometimes God protects you from people. A lot of times people look at it as a rejection. No, count it all as joy sometimes when certain people don't want to be your friend or have nothing come. And we all see people have made friends, broke up. I mean, just look at the last one with Heidi and Mona. I'm calling names. You guys don't have to. But
Mm.
let's just look at the last kind of breakup between them two. It's like, how do it sometimes it's good people don't want to be your friends, y'all. I'm serious. I sit over here lonely a lot. I rarely get five people to show up for the word of God in the morning, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And I look out there like, dang, how come they choosing to be friends with that person, but yet that person's gonna cause them problems. And not too longer after you say that or think or predict
Okay.
that they're gonna break up their
Right.
friendship. It happens. Hold on. So let's see. QI says Valerie says, in people recording conversations, I wouldn't speak to anyone behind the scenes either. Right, spiritual growth, QI says. Keela reads, welcome. Good live with great points. I appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome. Prodigious Mind says people should just treat others as they would like to be treated. Absolutely. But it's hard for people to do that for some reason. They can't give the equal amount of respect you give to them. They don't always give the same. Critical says, I agree, PM, they should. Valerie says, because it was built off mess, that's why it doesn't last. And then you, a sense of high, says, yes, that create critical thinking. There we go. I got it out. All right, this is a good live stream, y'all. We are talking. Monique says, I can't even with Mona because she don't believe in the creator and it shows. On Facebook, she had some good information, which I ate the meat and spit out the bones. Okay, but on YT lawlessness,
Okay.
I can't get with it. All right.
Can I stop right there?
I'm gonna let you. Hold on.
Sister?
Hold on. I'm gonna. You get that behind the scenes, speaking behind the scenes. QI says yes, it's a great live stream. Go ahead, you got the floor.
Okay, so the reason why I don't want to say any names is because one of the readings that you just mentioned from your chat, I don't, like I said, I pride myself on not mentioning any names. I said I was a big supporter of the Brain Nation. I'm just going to leave it at that, without saying any names. But what happened is, so they came to me, of course, because, okay, you see, I've been trying to take this critical thinking extension off my freaking tag for like 2 months. I got about 3 weeks left to get that off of my name, and I want to leave it at a sense of awe. Because I don't want to be connected to something that somebody is skeptical of. Unfortunately, when I came across a platform that started off as really some serious, interesting topics regarding social economics, emotional health, mental health. Like, there were some serious topics going on. Then all of a sudden, it changed. And then the next thing I know, I saw a different platform. It was cursing and being up all night. Next thing you know, I go to sleep, I get up in the morning and still on cursing or arguing with somebody else, and then talking about all the stuff that was irrelevant to anything but attacking a person. So this is the reason why I say be skeptical behind the scenes and giving people your personal information. ReligionWinked TV, you have to be careful. You can't, because we come in with one perception of a person, but people change. So when you talk about, you said that money is not the root of all evil, but evil is the root of all evil. I've heard you say that on many times, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's exactly what's happening here. So, like, I'm going to use myself as an example. Okay, I come in here because I have a message. I'm not financially encouraged to be on this platform. I just want to meet people. Yeah, of course. Is that my ultimate goal? Yeah, of course it is, like everybody else. But am I hungry for it? No. Because I can't afford to thank God, only by the blessing of God. Because I remember when I said I did not even have a bed, sleeping for many years. So if I can build a studio and do all these things, that's only God's grace. Because I know what it looks like to be in a whole total opposite situation. So I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is you have to be careful.
That's true.
You have to be careful. When you come across people that you meet across a camera or a platform, we don't know you. We can think that in our perception and our experiences that we have of. So let me just keep it real about how the mindset works, and Satan plays on that. Let's go there, ReligionWinked.
Can I just say this real quick, not to cut you off?
I need you to come in on this one.
All right.
Can
I just say this? Can I just say this?
You're on a platform and you think that something is what it's not, and how Satan plays his tricks on that. Can you speak to that?
All right. Can say that again?
How people are misguided when people start off one way on a platform, and how Satan can play tricks on the mind to make you think one thing, but that's not really what you think you see.
I don't know. I always say that. Why is it we choose not to walk in discernment? Why can't we see? All right, just take me and Mona. All right. Mona
Uh-huh.
came with the Oprah attitude, the Oprah teachings, the Oprah, they was relating her to Oprah. She had no God with her when she came. She was lawless. She was talking about sleeping with everything, pansexual, panic polyamorism.
Right.
And I'm over here, God. I'm a single woman. I'm a black woman. I'm a straight woman. I'm for God's people, for black people. But yet people would flock to the illusion instead of the truth. That's
Well,
a,
that's just you're answering my question. You're answering my question. That's it. So
okay. So
I'm
I was
saying that explain what that illusion looks like. What does that process look like to somebody who is spiritually unaware?
it's
Because that's
deception.
what's happening.
It's deception. People love to be deceived. People still have blind eyes and deaf ears. People are still drawn to the shenanigans in life. That's one thing I still ask God. Why can't people recognize a fake? They say real recognize real all day long. Why on YouTube people can't recognize it?
Because think about when you was 19. Think about when I was 13. Come on, sister.
We we
Seriously.
we
Like,
was
think about it.
we was
Yeah,
drawn we was
we're
drawn
looking at
to
our
it.
perspective, looking into where we're at now. But if you go back and think about when we were really unaware and ignorant to life, spirituality, we didn't have any identity of who we were.
And we
That's
were
where we're at.
we were looking for someone to lead us, whether it was the truth or not. We was looking for acceptance. We was
Yeah,
looking for
I
some
wasn't.
place
Yeah, yes.
to fit
I,
in.
I,
And
I
these
always say that if somebody would have been there for me, I don't think I would have went through all the things that I went through
no
as a
no
kid.
disrespect, but I noticed this with Heidi Fly. No disrespect. Heidi cried and said, "Why haven't nobody came?" And then all of a sudden, her and Mona is falling out because Mona do this video. Where was people at when I needed them? When I was getting beat down, drugged down, and I'm sitting here like, if they weren't looking for acceptance and to be needed or to be wanted or to be valued or to be whatever it is, these grown women have not found themselves within because now she's out here creating wars and rumors of wars with other people probably for no reason just because she's not where she want to be or she's not being accepted on these certain platforms. You're always welcome here. I never rejected you, Heidi. The only thing I've ever said is I won your 1K bonus round. And you did that video like, oh, you was going through, you was like, okay, I'm trying to reach out to my winners. I'm looking for that little girl. This little girl over here showed y'all all I'm more woman than you could ever be.
Wow, I didn't know that. I
All I'm
didn't even see
saying,
that.
Heidi, all I'm saying with no disrespect is I have a cash cap and a PayPal. If you want to send me my gift financially for that 1K, VS was there, Rob was there, Mona was there. I said to you before all these people knew you, Heidi, I hit you up last year, said you kind of weird, but I like it. And then when you did your 1K, Heidi, everybody flew over to your live stream. I put the most airplanes in there, and you said, "Ooh, Religion Wink, go to your 1K video, Heidi." You said, "Ooh, Religion Wink, you win." And then right after that, you cursed Rob out. You started being friends with Mona. A little bit of tension with VS. I fell back. I said to my daughter, should I send her my P.O. box address, whatever? I fell back. But I'm the winner. I'm not a little girl. Although I laugh and joke and get a little silly
First of all,
and I get
Mr.
a
Wink,
little
I didn't
giddy
even
over
know about that, but
here.
I didn't even see
I am
that.
not a little girl, y'all.
Wow.
I'm not
Okay.
a little girl. And I know you probably didn't mean it in a disrespectful way, but I'm the woman who won your 1K. Please, if you want to
So
keep your
let's
word.
flip the mentality. Let's flip the mentality because when
Absolutely.
you talk
If
about
you want to
acceptance,
keep
yes,
it,
that's part of it. But
I
that
was
might
going
not be the core of it.
hold
So the
on.
core of this sounds like that when people put expectations and they always feel like they're the people that are supposed to be entitled to things.
Yeah.
And that they're very self-centered and selfish people. And as me and you being in recovery, we know what self-centeredness looks like.
Absolutely.
But I will say that, the much attention that has been put onto this weekend from that young lady, you could have put just that much attention in finding the winner. And keeping putting videos out to find out who you were if you could not find the
Absolutely.
information.
But because she was caught up with the trying to make everybody look like everybody want to act like they don't mess with Religion Wing TV. I done turned down a lot of opportunity or got rejected or overlooked at because of y'all beef. This woman know who Religion Wing TV is. She know who won her 1K. So why would you make a video and say this little girl? You named off all the other people who won. And then
don't want you to think that we're involved with
and
that
then you
religion.
said, hold on, y'all. And then she said, oh, and I'm looking for this girl that won the 1K. I was gonna make a video, say, Heidi, fly over here, please. Please fly over here. But I'm not petty like that, y'all. I let that go. I am winning. I am winning. Listen, God is blessing me to win bonus rounds, and I can't even get it because of the beef. Don't you see how far this stuff is going on YouTube? You can't even collect your real one. Everybody else can but me. She making all kind of videos how she done paid this person off, sent this person out. But you can't come over here and say, Miss Religion, I believe you won my 1K. How ridiculous is that, y'all? So
I'm glad that you had enough pride and enough esteem about yourself to not make a video on that, because most people
would have got on there and ragged her like,
you know, most people on YouTube would have.
Come on. When I seen that video like 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago, maybe even a month and a half or so, I said, a little girl. I said, well, she's not talking about me, y'all. And I just let it fly by. But Heidi, you more than welcome to come over here. You say in your videos, if you take Christ with you, you'll make it out. How come you ain't take Christ with you over here? I came to your platform. This is how we treat people. People who don't have nothing to do with the beef is being affected by it. Man, go ahead. I just had to put that out there because Heidi Fly. Heidi Fly. Let me just say this, Heidi. Heidi, I have nothing against you. I am not petty like the rest of these people on YouTube. If you really want to go ahead and give me that prize, so be it. If not, God bless you as well, because we all have a struggle. We all have things that we're going through. Some of ours is financially, like mine's may be right now. Others is emotionally. Others is just downright wickedly. So I get it. I get it. I don't have nothing against none of y'all content creators out there, but right is right and wrong is wrong. All right, y'all got the floor. I just had to interject that and let y'all know that I'm human on these YouTube streets as well, okay? Like, I have experiences going down. I just don't get up and make a damn video about every time something go down with me. I have a little bit of YouTube etiquette, pride, dignity, morals, respect, a little clout about myself. I don't do what everybody else do, y'all. So go ahead. All right, let me read a little comments, and you and Q, I can have the floor back. All right, so we go back. Yes, let's see. Man made money, and we are all the root of evil too, because of disobedience. So the root man of evil started with us. Let me just explain this, guys. When I say the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil, mathematically, evil's square root of evil is evil. Money is not in the word of evil. Evil started way before money did. Money gets its evilness from the evil heart that allows money to drive it to do evil. So the root of all evil is not money. If the white man says that money is the root of all evil, why they rich? And why they so damn evil? Because the root of money is evil. They got the money and they the root of it. Think about that, people. God intended for his people to have money, but they'll tell you the love of it is the root of all evil. So they don't want certain populations to love money. Why they love it so? They had to kill, steal, and destroy us and take over the plantations of this world. I mean, the dominions of this world. That's what I mean about that. Evil is the root of all evil to me. People who love money so much do evil things for it. But look at the world. Look at the European Caucasian white race. If money was the root of all evil, why they love it so much?
Mm-hmm.
And why are they the evils to most people in the world? Think about that, people, right? I'm not saying nothing wrong there. Think about that, people. Agree with though. Okay, yes, but we would know evil if it didn't disobey. Yes, Monique, Monique, I have the morning reads, not to be off course here. And all we talk about, Miss Monique, is God saying, depart, you workers of iniquity, move away from evil. We in the book of Judges, and all it says, anybody that's been reading, and they did evil in the eyes of God. So yes, disobedience is the root of all evil in the eyes of God. Absolutely. But when I look at it in the world and they say money is the root of all evil, I said, well, then the people who got the money is some evil people because they loved it so much. They went through and caused people to be in slavery and fighting for civil rights, all because of money, power, and greed. You're absolutely right. Yes, I agree with you, Monique said. You got the floor. Go ahead, Sensei. I will read the comments as we come down. We will start with Monique. I read Man Made Money. We'll start with Keela Reed. She got some QI. You'll be the next one. Yes, people. Go ahead. You got the floor. We got 12 watching, 30 thumbs up.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure where you're starting at. You said
we were talking about how, before I talked about the whole Heidi Fly thing, it's just basically how people are allowing people to basically split them up, divide them, cause them to see the deception. Like I was making the reference of me and Mona. Mona gave off of this. Oh, I got 200 subscribers. I got this. I got clout. I got 6 degrees and 1 brain. And over here, I got 6 brains and 1 degree. How do you follow somebody with 6 degrees and 1 brain and then have it all come to what it comes to? Idolize people. Idolize people.
It depends on how you.
People worship people.
And I'm never gonna put my accolades. I'm not one for putting my accolades from the part to the academic world. It is a public story, and I can say that if people Google, for the few people that's close to me, if they Google my information, they would know.
QI.
I'm so blessed. I am so blessed. Let me tell you something. I didn't even think I would have a GED, let alone know where I'm at now, academically and professionally. That was never something that I ever, because I thought I was just going to die, and I'm going to just say it, with a needle in my arm on a corner. I'm not going to lie. So, I am not ashamed of anything that I have done or anything where I've been. So it's just a matter of when someone, my husband's like,
all right, Hillary.
Oh, I just say that. I'm talking loud like you're screaming.
Okay, close the door. So
I know. Hold on. I'm loud over here too, y'all. It's just.
But he's right, because like he said, once again, you're telling people stuff across a public platform. But he's a little more distrustful than I am, nor am I really concerned about what you do with my information, because I have nothing to hide, so I'm not concerned about that. But what I will say is that, so for somebody to come across, it depends on the presentation. Like, I would never want to come across a platform. When I came across the first time, it was about trying to share where I've been, what I've been through, and who I am without saying, oh, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that, right? Um, because at the end of the day, that's really kind of irrelevant. Yeah, those are successes. Yeah, they are accomplishments. But those are not who I am. Like being a former drug addict is not who I am. I've experienced that. Not having multiple degrees is not who I am. I've experienced that. But who am I?
Right.
So when people come across the platform and they start talking about, oh, I got this many degrees and I've done this and I'm a life coach and I can do this and I can share this and I can help you with this and cash out this and cash out that, like, okay, but who are you?
Right.
Give me something of substance.
Right.
So you have to be careful of the messages that you're listening to. So, okay, I'm not going to lie. I have fell for the okie doke, and I have contributed to some platforms that I was like, wow, okay, this is really being exploited, and it turned into something else, which, of course, I know what the con looks like because I've been in the game.
Same with me. I've been conned by the church before. I mean, until I started reading the Word of God for myself, that's the biggest con artist in the world is the church.
That was my biggest con. Let me tell you
the
something.
church.
My father was the biggest con that I ever known. Bishop of the church. We had 3 churches in Brooklyn, and even when I was in a program, he was, and I still had residual. I've always had some kind of residual income because of the way that my life has been, even through the streets. But I've always had some kind of residual income. Let me just leave it like that.
Okay.
And my father would say, well, you could at least mail a check or you could send $20 in the mail every week or something. Like, I'm in a program and I have no place to live. And you really want to ask me to help you keep the lights on in the church that I'm like 70, 80 miles from? Like, I didn't even have a way to get there, let alone you want me to mail it. So I understand where the con can go very deep from within family. My daughter, let me use her as a real good example. When I finally got my head together, came back around, she was about 11 years old. I was off the scenes for a bit. I was in and out from like 2 to 11, but put her in a safe environment with a family member. And, running the streets, doing my hustle, getting my money, doing my thing, and going back and forth to Rikers Island. I thought I was that queen bitch, right? So, by the time I woke up and came to my senses, the next thing I know, I'm trying to talk to an 11-year-old girl, and she was like, what? So the game came. By the time she was 12, she was dripping in jewelry because I was guilty. By the time she was 13, I want Prada and I want Chanel. I don't got that kind of money. Well then, you're this, you're that, you ain't shit, you're a bitch. And so I went through so many struggles with kids that, because that game of trying to play that manipulation on people who,
You ask me something?
they can hear you, hon. Okay, so, I love you. Okay, I'm sorry, hold on 1 second. Okay, love you. Okay, I'm on the phone, gotta go. So I played that game, like, I went through that whole guilt game, but if you're not really clear of, the message that's being brought to you, and your own personal experience, where you're at emotionally, who you have accepted, who you are as a person, lack of codependency, people pleasing, being an empath. There's so many reasons why we fall into people on YouTube.
Yeah. And mental health. Mental health is one of them. And we offer that on this channel every Monday at 5 p.m., okay?
5 p.m. what time? Eastern Standard?
Eastern Standard, absolutely. We go through the disorders of mental health because mental health is good or bad. You can have a good mind or an unhealthy mind. And we talk about the ADHDs, the bipolar, the anxieties. We're getting into personal bipolar disorders or something like that, I believe, tomorrow. So
Yes.
mental health has a lot to do with why people fall or succumb or easily are led or choose to follow who they follow in life. Remember, um it's a free will to an extent, but there's also a weakness in somebody. They may see something in that person that they connect to. That person may be influence. People aren't leaders nowadays. Some people want to be followers and enjoy following people, but it's something within a person that makes them choose. You know, Jim Jones, Jim Crow, Jim Jones, Jim, you know that Jim. People followed him. People follow the wickedness of the world. And some people are just drawn to it spiritually because they have that in connection. That's how I see it sometimes. Because wise people, people with a good mind about them, can see when someone is just grandeur or narcissistic or sociopathic or lying, or most people can tell when people are full of shit pretty much. But a lot of people don't. And I think on YouTube has created, like we were talking about earlier in the first live, they created this demon, this platform for people to come on and devour one another. They don't follow the community guidelines like they used to or should enforce them, right? Sis, are you still there? Oh, we did not hang up the call. So she's off the line, you all. She must have hung up. This is Religion Wink TV. Again, what is weird to you? What is strange to you? What have you been going through on these YouTube streets? She is about to get ready for her live. Monique said, I unsubscribed to your channel. I appreciate this type of energy anytime. The creator is lifted up and reverence is awesome. I appreciate you. You said you subscribed. Thank you, Monique. God bless you. Please share this video. Let people know, Monique, that we over here. I'm not perfect with it, but my spirit is the same. My mindset with God is the same. My relationship, I believe, is awesome. I have not manifested everything the world think you should have being a child of God, but I have a pure heart. I have a renewed and right spirit. I have a willing and obedient heart. And those are the things God looks for in his people. I have a heart after God like King David. He says, suffer not the little children, and out of the mouths of babes and suckling, we shall perfect praise. And that's what I try to do on this channel, y'all. No more, no less. Just use the measure of faith God gave me to show the world that God still exists. God's still living. God still wants you to be obedient. But everybody's so busy sacrificing this, sacrificing that. They forgot about obedience. God just wants you to stay away from evil. God just wants you to hear him say his word. So this has been a great live stream to the 9 people. I am going to go back up to QI where we left off with the reading, and we'll end it. I'm going to see if I can play a little music. She got off the phone, and I'm going to go over to her live and hang out with her. Let's see if we can get this song going. QI says, yes, people feel for Mona because they were not critically listening. He who have ears, let them hear, right? But again, I say people are so visual. People love everything that looks good. Everything that it look good ain't good for you. Everything that look good to you is not good for you. Everything that glitter is definitely. I'm gonna upload this video and we'll go from there. Okay. Wow, I lost a lot of my read. I didn't know we disconnected, guys. Great live stream. Take care. Love you guys. I'll see you over there. Wow. I had disconnected, y'all. All right, so this is Religion Wink TV and my spiritual ear. Stay.